Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, you know, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18 plus. Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
It's a great boost for myself. When you put something in your mind and just, I don't know, I play every weekend, or maybe I have that in my mind saying I have to perform, or I want to perform, play my best rugby to then when USA arrives, I'm in my best way. But yeah, it's amazing. My last game was against Portugal in Dubai, and it was a really tough one. I didn't sleep for maybe 1 month after that. It was really tough. I always still think about that or about Chile, and it's really hard for me. But that's why I think I want to come back. It's still hard. It was really tough.
Welcome to US Rugby Happy Hour Live. Interviews with the biggest names in American rugby.
The New England Free Jacks, Major League Rugby champions. One-on-one to score.
Here are your hosts, Bill Baker and that other guy.
All right, let's get to it. Tonight's sponsor for our show is QuickTap. QuickTap is the only sports video and analysis analytics platform designed specifically for rugby. QuickTap makes it easy to categorize video and collect stats as you watch film for coaches, players, and staff at all levels. And listeners, it's very affordable. You really do check it out. With those stats and clips, QuickTap's video review and analytics capabilities help cut the wasted time from your off-field reviews so you can get straight to the insight you need to play better rugby or get a leg up on your opponents. Check out getquicktap.com and use the offer code HAPPYHOUR, one word, happy hour, when signing up for a free trial, which will get you 10% off your annual subscription when you subscribe, and QuickTap will sweeten the deal by tracking your first match for you. QuickTap, the most powerful way to beat your opponents before ever setting foot on the pitch. I think we're ready to get on to our next guest, returning to the show, this time in moving pictures. Let's welcome Miami Sharks loose forward, Ben Bonasso. Hey, Benji, how are you?
Hi, boys. How are you?
We're good.
Yeah. Pretty good.
I think the last time we spoke, I think I probably asked you the same thing. What do you like to be called? And from people like us.
Whatever is easier for you. I think Ben is the best way. It would be easier. In Argentina, they call me Benja, but in English, it's really tough to pronounce the J. Yeah. Because people will say. When we laugh, when we're typing WhatsApp, you put ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
J. Yeah. So yeah, it's quite difficult. So Ben for me is all good.
Ben, okay. Well, we're just lazy in this country, so that's why we don't pronounce it. Benja. All right, whatever.
No J.
Benja. Whatever. My wife is learning Spanish, which I know is different, but anyway. So Ben. How's the week been? It's an off week. Anything fun?
Yeah. So I have the pleasure to have my mother-in-law in the States, and so we went to Key West for 2 days to enjoy a little bit of beach and scuba diving. It was good. We had a good fun. Just 2 days. I'm back here today again in Miami.
And back to training tomorrow?
No. Yeah, we have training on Saturday, and then we're back on Monday training.
All right.
Yeah.
So your teammates, Avi Ottoman and Santiago Mandela, on the Major League Rugby Team of the Week this past week. Our first half guest was the Player of the Week. What happened to you? We had this all planned that you would be on the Team Week also. You don't need a week off.
No, it's amazing to have the two of the boys in the Team of the Week. I think always when we have team meetings, we like to say to the boys that are in the Team of the Week to give them a big applause. I think it's great to recognize the players that have great games. So yeah, really happy for them.
Yeah, of course. And typically we like to talk about the last match and win, but since Miami Sharks is a new team, we really want to talk more about the team. Tell us about the rugby culture around the team and in Miami.
Yeah. For myself, personally, moving into Miami was a really good decision, and it's more familiar for me. It's more like my home, like in Argentina. Similar culture, all the weather helps a lot. And into the team, we have the head coach is Argentinian, the forwards coach is from Uruguay, so that's great. Also, they share a lot of passion and heart. And then we'll be the new team. It's not an excuse, but we're working a lot on that. Our squad is quite short, but we've been training, I don't know, for 6 weeks before our first game. And so it was hard, but we're making our best, and I think we're achieving it.
Well, Ben, I think all of us, Bill and I and fans, were excited when Miami announced the new franchise, when we saw the very heavy South American influence on the team, because it's a region around the world where rugby is really on fire. I mean, you mentioned Argentina, you mentioned Uruguay, Chile. I mean, Brazil's on the up and up. Like it's an up and coming part of the rugby world. So, I mean, my question to you is just like, how many languages might you hear at one time during a Sharks game?
It's hard for everyone because we are, I think, 9 from South America, and we used to, the South Americans loves to speak and shout, and in locker rooms and everything, we try to speak in English as much as we can, but sometimes it's really hard.
Yeah.
Some of the boys here, Sean Minuti and Dan Pryor, they're doing Spanish lessons. They're getting better. Everyone is trying to learn, and the coach will... poquito. And the coaches are always trying to get the Spanish to everyone, So it's good for that. It's good.
Yeah, I gotta imagine the locker room, the music in the locker room is probably a lot of fun.
Yeah, we love it.
Speaking of just kind of like the locker room, I'm training the same facility as Miami FC and MLS. I'm sure you're getting tired of this question, but have you run into Messi yet?
So we were in the gym and he was from the window, in the other side of the window. But the problem is we have a policy. We cannot take any picture with him.
Yeah.
It was like maybe 5 meters away. So it was quite close. We're hoping one day we can get him to training or to a game. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
We didn't get him yet.
Emergency scrum half, just in case.
That would be awesome.
He keeps kicking the ball.
The ball's kicking.
Ben, if a rugby fan came into Miami for a Sharks home match, what would that fan expect to find as far as a game day experience?
Yeah. So in terms of what are you talking about, the shop, everything, or just the rugby?
Well, even like off-field experience. Say, what does the team supply? Yeah.
So we're getting better every week in that part of the game, outside the game. We have a pre-show. There is I don't know. Last week there was a game before us. There are a lot of food trucks and music, live music. Then during the game, it's a good game, and then in the middle there's a show. And then you have the after party for everyone. So yeah, I think it's a great show for everyone. It's a great experience, and the management the organization is getting better every week, and we're really proud. We're trying to help them. Also, rugby in Miami is quite new for everyone. You have a couple of teams, but you maybe are in the beach and people see you on what sport do you play? So when you say rugby, and they're like, what, rugby? So we're trying to help and to grow that community. I think that's the path, and that's the place we want to go.
Has a team organized any sand games on South Beach?
Not yet. We should. It would be a good idea, I think.
No Speedos. Okay. Speaking of Miami, outside of rugby, where do you go? Do you visit Little Havana much? I love Versailles, the restaurant there. You said you went to the Keys this past week. What do you do when you get out?
So yeah, usually the boys. I think I love the beach. So we have a Hollywood Beach. We live in Dania Beach, that is quite north, close to Fort Lauderdale. So we used to go after training maybe to the beach, just have some mate and chill. It's good to, after training, maybe clear your mind, get into the sea. But then in the night, maybe we like Wheelwood. It's beautiful. And then, you always have something to do. I don't know, last week we have the F1 over here in the Hard Rock Stadium. You always have some basketball or the MLS, Messi playing here. So you always have something to do. But yeah, myself I love to go to the beach, maybe have some feed around here, and then just chill.
Well, sorry, Fitzy, before you jump in, one place to check out, it's down in Homestead, which is down towards the Keys. It's called Robert is Here. It's a fruit stand. Okay, I know, we're like, go check out our fruit stand. I know it seems odd, but it is amazing. It is the most amazing fruit stand. I used to do a lot of work with NASCAR, so I go down to the racetrack down here. It's not far from the track. It'll blow you away. It's a selection of fruits and stuff, and they have a little petting zoo. That's kind of scary. Don't do that. But check out Robert is Here. It's a great place. They are not a sponsor of the show, but I would take them. Go ahead, Fitz. You can jump in.
Yeah. Well, Ben, I was just gonna say, 3-6 on the season. Miami's in the hunt, right? In the inaugural year, just a few points back of, the, I guess, what is that, the 4 spot there? Old Glory DC, had to win against. You all had to win against Utah Warriors just this last round, and got some reinforcements coming in, right? Just signed a longtime Puma center, Matias Orlando. I mean, I guess what's the feeling in the locker room right now? Knowing there's like 5 or 6 games left in the season, maybe a little bit more, but you guys are like right in the thick of competing for a playoff spot.
Yeah. So after I think after our first bye week, we have 6 games, then 4 games, and now we have a block of 6 coming up. We decide, we have a chat with coaches, and we decide every week is going to be a final for us, because we depend on ourselves. So I think it's really good to treat every game as a final, because you prepare the week really good, you train really hard with intensity, and then we show it against Utah. We can play rugby, we can express ourselves. So that's the feeling in the changing room at this point is, we want it, we want to get better, we want to win. And the worst things for teams is losing. And when they lose is something normal inside the team, is the worst, because you don't want to be there, you want to fight everyone. And I think Miami is not like this. We want to get better, everyone wants it. And we're trying to do our best. Again, we treat every game as a final. We have 6 coming up. This bye week is great because we can get some energy, and we go again. And again, we're putting a lot of energy and focus on training weeks, putting a lot of intensity there, just putting the focus on ourselves, and going hard against each other, and then we go into a weekend and just do the job.
Yeah, well, you guys got a big one coming up when you guys return from the bye. Of course, you'll be hosting the Free Jacks, the defending champs. Certainly, their strong side. They've got, they maybe not quite the record that they had last year. So certainly a team that can be beat. I think the Eastern Conference is wide open. Bill may disagree; he's a Free Jacks fan, but any extra preparations, I guess, going into that match against New England, knowing that they are, the top team in the Eastern Conference, or is it?
No. Again, we put a lot of focus on ourselves. We also analyze other teams just to know some things of how we have to defend them, how we have to attack them. But yeah, we go every game to try to do our best and play rugby. And if you put a lot of focus, I think in other teams, you lose the focus of yourself and of your team, and your mind start going another way. And we don't want that. We want the full energy on what we have to do. But yeah, it's gonna be a lovely game. After the last game we played over there, and they beat us really well. It was, I think, the first time in the league for us that some teams show us how to play rugby, and they were really physical. Mm-hmm. So I think we're gonna go hard next week, against each other, and try to do our best and perform the weekend.
Do you know when you go?
And I think coming here to Miami to play at this point, it's getting humid, it's getting hot, and it's our home. So I think it's gonna be a hard game for them. So they have the pressure. We are the underdogs.
Nothing to lose, except for a championship game every weekend. Do you know when Orlando shows, when he makes his appearance with the team? Matty's?
Not yet. I think they were waiting for the visa. I don't know if this week he's coming, but maybe 1 week, 2 weeks. But yeah, I'm really excited to. It's a great addition to the team. Good experience. It's going to be great fun for us.
We touched on the New York earlier a bit. Let's talk about your reactions to when the club folded. How did you find out? Were you already on the move to Miami? Talk about the off season there.
Yeah. So I was in Argentina. I have surgery on my shoulder middle of the season last year. And after the season, I went straight to Argentina, stayed there for 6 months and make my recovery over there. And as soon as I get to Argentina, I start talking and see what I'm going to do for the next season. And when I heard from Miami, I would have a chat with coaches and everything, and with New York as well. And they told me like it was good for me to go to Miami. So I moved before. Yeah, some of the boys from New York, I texted the guys from New York like saying, "Hey boys, I'm leaving," and all that. And some guys were like, "Oh, we're gonna kill you next season," blah blah blah. Yeah. And yeah, one night I was having a chat with some Windsor and some of the boys. They texted me like, send me some. The first was in a weird, I don't remember, webpage. There was an information over there, and any one of the boys didn't know what was happening. And then they receive a text message from the owner to a WhatsApp group saying like, "Hey, bye boys, this is over." Just like that. And everyone, some boys in New Zealand, they already rent their houses, quit their jobs, and they were about to get a flight into like next Monday, and they find out like with a text message, WhatsApp message. So it was really hard. And for me, that I already signed with Miami, it was as hard as for them, because I was still feeling like a New York player, and I was speaking with the boys, and they were like, "I don't know what I'm gonna do." Everyone was texting like, "Hey, can I go to Miami? Can I go to?" I was trying to help them, and it's hard. This league always it's really good sometimes, but sometimes can be really bad, and I hope it gets better. But yeah, some boys quit rugby because of this. So it was a really hard news for everyone.
You mentioned the down part right there, but let's talk about the upside right now of Major League Rugby. You've been in the league for a bit. This past weekend's results around the league have been great. I think all but one match were decided by less than 3 points. So it's nice and level mostly. Is it a good sign of the competitiveness of this league? I mean, have you seen some good growth from your side?
Yeah. This is my 4th year over here, and I think the league is getting every year is getting better. Teams are getting better, and if you see, most of the teams have like, I don't know, they renew their player for 60-70%, and then they bring new players. So I think that's the way, because in 6 months it's really tough to put a team together, and just you have one month to put a like preseason and you go into the season like go play. But that when you keep the same players and same coaches, I think you can build something. And I think players over here are amazing. Everyone is getting better. The league, I think, is going forward in some aspects, in some others no, but I think it's getting better. And I'm really happy to be part of this league.
Yeah, let's switch gears, talk a little USA Rugby. You were named to the training squad for the 2 matches in July. I guess, how does it feel to be called up again?
Yeah, it's a great boost for myself. When you put something in your mind and just, I don't know, I play every weekend, or maybe I have that in my mind saying I have to perform, or I want to perform to get in my best, play my best rugby to then when USA arrives, I'm in my best way. But it's amazing. So my last game was against Portugal in Dubai, and it was a really tough one. I didn't sleep for maybe 1 month after that. It was really tough. I always still think about that or about Chile, and it's really hard for me. But that's why I think I want to come back. And but it's still hard. I have here Chilean guy, Santiago Videla, and at the beginning it was hard to get into it, but then I get to know him, and he's great, man. He's one of my best mates over here. So it was really tough.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
And back to the show.
Would you say you have like a different approach this time with the training squad? And what I mean by that is, you kind of like know what to expect from like yourself or what you need to put out. Different approach this time in the training squad?
Yeah, so I think Scott is doing an amazing job. Amazing. He's having one-on-ones with each player. In my league Easter, I have a call with him. They're doing a lot of work beside like rugby. I think that's really good. Scott came to watch a game of Miami twice, and I have a good chat with him. So we always have like reviews, and they send us the work rate and the energy and what you have to get better at. So I think the approach is amazing, and we're building something amazing here. So every credit to Scott. I think he's doing an amazing job with USA Rugby. Also working with the under 20s, under 18s, college, and everything. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the way. That's the way to get USA Rugby better, and they're doing it. So I'm very happy.
So we asked Jason the same question. You're in good company with other number 8s on the USA squad. We mentioned Luke White, Jason, of course, yourself, Thomas Duval. Here's a chance to give Jason a heart. No, just kidding. Is it competitive? Obviously, you were competing for a spot, or is it just more about supporting each other for the greater good? Let's say.
No, I think the best part of rugby, I think, is competition.
Yeah.
Like I love competing in every aspect, even here in Miami. Like if you don't have competition, you don't have anything, any flame, inside yourself to go over. Competing against, I don't know, Jason or Luke White or whoever it is, because I can play 6 or 8 or whatever. Mm-hmm. I think it's amazing. I want to play, I don't know, this weekend I play Thomas Duval, the number 8. I was afraid to go hard on him, and try to always be competing. And then maybe when we get together, he's my best mate. But inside the field, I'm going to go hard and try to give my best. Because without competition, I think, I don't know, you can't play this sport.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, competition makes... Sorry, Bill, go ahead.
No, you.
I was just going to say, competition brings the best out of all of us, right? It raises everyone's levels up. No, I was just going to ask, and Ben, you mentioned Scott Lawrence, and we've talked with him a little bit, and he brought up the concept of, I guess, 0G rugby. We've heard him explain it to us, but like in your mind, like what does 0G rugby mean to you? Scott Lawrence, when we've talked with him before, he's brought up 0G rugby, I guess like the style of rugby that, the men's Eagles want to play. I guess maybe talk a little bit about what you think that American style of rugby is.
Yeah, I think it's playing rugby, express ourselves, be the best versions of every player can be. I think that's the way. And he brings always like trying to be, again, the best version you can be. And that's why we try to have a lot of one-on-ones with the SNC's coaches, with head coach. We have Zoom calls maybe every 15 days. So that's what we try to bring to the field, be the best version of ourselves. We have to be trained hard. We have Rossi as SNC. I have it here in Miami. I'm really lucky. He's always trying to get us in our best version. So we need to be fit, good skills. And I think that's the way, that's the G rugby that Scots wants.
And the last thing about the international rugby, was there a moment growing up in Argentina, or I guess more of late, where maybe you had to make a decision about maybe either still going for the Pumas or the men's Eagles? I mean, was there a certain point where you said, okay, I've got this opportunity for USA, let's go for it?
Yeah, it's a great question. It was one of the worst decisions I had to take in my life.
Yeah.
And it was in my first season over here, 2021. I was playing rugby and I had Leguizamon. You remember Juan Leguizamon, ex-Puma? He was playing in New York. He played only 20 minutes, I think, because he hurt his ACL. But yeah, I was playing rugby, and then one day Marty Bill came to me. I was, hey, mate, maybe they're going to call you from USA. And it was like, oh my God. It was really good to hear that, because it means that I was doing something well.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I was born here in the States, but I lived my whole life in Argentina. So I feel Argentinian. But then you have to be honest, to play for the Pumas, you have to be in Europe, performing really well, or in Jaguars in Argentina, also performing. And I was here in the States, and I saw the World Cup, and I was like, mate, let's go with USA. I have a Butcher playing in Rooney with me, Nate, Chance, a lot of the guys were playing with me, Nick Civetta. And I said, like, let's go over here. And again, I think it was a great decision. And we didn't make the World Cup, but I think I'm getting to know a lot of people, and the experience representing another my country, because it's my country. And every time I put a jersey, whatever jersey it is, I try to put my 100%. So I feel it, and I like, and I love it, and I'm gonna defend it. So I'm really proud to be representing the States.
Yeah, just a couple more questions for you. Growing up, when did it dawn on you that you could actually go pretty far in this game? Was there a certain point where you got selected to a side, or coaches pretty much told you, listen, you're up here, everyone else is down here? Was there a moment where you realized, okay, I could do this?
Yeah, so in Argentina, they have a really good system. I was playing in my club under 18 or 17 it was. And you have it was called Pladar. It's a plan of high level training. It was from the Pumas, under 20s, under 18. And yeah, they called me one day and they were like, hey mate, we want you to train here. So you go 3 times a week, train every morning, do some skills, some gym. And yeah, you were just part of the group. And it started growing up. And you started training there, and you start playing with an exhibition or a tournament, or they call you to under 20s. And yeah, it started like that. And one day I was about to play the under 20s with Argentina, and I break my ACL.
Oh.
So I couldn't make it to the World Cup. And then I give a try again with Argentina 15. I was playing, but I wasn't enjoying, so I decided to quit. And I play only club rugby, and that's when they called me from here, from New York. So yeah, I don't know. It was a choice. I think that the biggest choice was to come to USA, because at that point before coming to the USA, I decided just to play club rugby and maybe start working and finish my studies. But yeah, I decided to come here, and it was like, oh, let's give it a try, and I'm loving it.
Well, Ben, this has been a blast talking to you, but do us a favor. When that beach rugby match happens, you're going to need 2 people to do announcing of the match. Make sure you call myself and Fitzy. I need the sun. You guys can talk a little sun.
You can get the speed. Who can get the speedos?
Yeah, that would be Bill.
I know. I will attract none of the fans. Ben, it's been a blast talking to you. Good luck next weekend after this bye. Good luck making it to the playoffs. I hope you knock off DC. Sorry, just kidding. But seriously, good luck. Looking forward to seeing you in camp with USA and hopefully seeing you in the pitch in the Eagles uniform this summer as well.
Thank you very much. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, good time. Thanks again. Cheers.
Sure.
And I cut him off.
No, what are you doing?
I don't know.
We want him back on.
I know. Get back on. Good stuff. Good, 2 really good guys. Great to have them in the Eagles mix again this summer. Like I said earlier, I really like this big selection of 53. I think it's not a lot of people I see in there, and I'm like, oh, where did this guy go? How come he's not in there? I think it's pretty nailed right now. In the past, I think there's been plenty of times we said, oh, and really, he's on? That kind of thing. I'm confident with this. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's hard not to get excited. I mean, it's going to be tough. I don't envy the USA Rugby coaching staff who have to trim down that roster. You know what I mean? Like, that's going to be tough. It's going to be tough decision to make. But, yeah.
It's almost like an NFL roster. It's like 50-something people or whatever they have, 100 people.
I know you watch Hard Knocks and you like the one guy who's like, who's on the edge of making it or not, and you hope he makes it, and then, you see him get the call and get the playbook in. You're like, no, not that guy. I wanted him to make it.
All right, listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. If you tune in live, I really appreciate it. The comments have been great tonight. Unfortunately, we only put up 1 comment tonight, but we'll be doing more of those eventually. So keep on bringing those comments. If you listen to the podcast replay, please join us live as well on Wednesday nights, or keep listening to the pod and share it with friends. And also, please like, follow, and subscribe to this show. Please, 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 at YouTube and your favorite podcast player. And don't be afraid to leave comments and reviews on your podcast player as well. I think Apple and others do it. Anything's fine. Just go for it. Love hearing from you. And also, we do want to give a big thank you to our sponsor, QuickTap. Check out getquicktap.com and use the offer code HAPPYHOUR. That's one word, happy hour, when signing up for a free trial, which gets you 10% off your annual subscription. And QuickTap will sweeten the deal by tracking your first match for you. QuickTap, the most powerful way to beat your opponents before ever setting foot on the pitch. Cheers, buddy. We'll talk again next week.
That's going to hurt, Bill. Good stuff.
Sports Social Podcast Network.
It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woohooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver? I kind of like the high five, but if you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. At ChumbaCasino.com, choose from hundreds of social casino-style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses, so don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.